Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi's erroneous remarks gravely violate the spirit of the four political documents between China and Japan, undermine the political foundation of bilateral relations, and have aroused strong indignation among the Chinese people. Ceasing to mention these remarks and retracting them are two entirely different matters of fundamentally distinct nature. Japan's delusion that it can downplay, evade, or conceal the Prime Minister's serious misstatements by simply refraining from mentioning them amounts to burying one's head in the sand. China absolutely rejects this approach. The so-called Treaty of San Francisco was a document issued to Japan for a separate peace, excluding important parties to World War II such as China and Russia. This document violated the provisions of the 1942 Declaration by United Nations, signed by 26 nations including China, the United States, the United Kingdom, and the Soviet Union, which prohibited separate peace treaties with enemy nations. It contravened the United Nations Charter and fundamental principles of international law. Any disposition within it concerning Taiwan's sovereignty or any other matter involving China's territorial and sovereign rights, as a non-signatory state, is illegal and invalid. Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi deliberately avoids mentioning the Cairo Declaration and the Potsdam Proclamation, documents possessing full international legal validity and explicitly reaffirmed in bilateral treaties such as the Sino-Japanese Joint Statement and the Sino-Japanese Treaty of Peace and Friendship, while singling out the illegal and invalid San Francisco Peace Treaty for emphasis. This once again demonstrates that she remains unrepentant to this day, persistently undermining the political foundation of China-Japan relations established by the spirit of the four political documents, disregarding the authority of the United Nations, and openly challenging the post-war international order and fundamental norms of international law. Her attempt to stir up the so-called undetermined status of Taiwan is an error compounded by error. China firmly opposes this, and the international community should also be highly vigilant. We once again urge Japan to earnestly reflect on its mistakes, immediately retract its erroneous remarks, demonstrate its commitments to China through concrete actions, and fulfill its basic obligations as a UN member state. The telephone conversation between the leaders of the United States and Japan is a matter between the two countries, and we have no comment. The Taiwan issue is China's internal affair, and no external forces are allowed to interfere. China has issued arms control white papers twice, in 1995 and 2005. This year marks the 80th anniversary of the victory of the Chinese People's War of Resistance against Japanese aggression and the World Anti-Fascist War, as well as the 80th anniversary of the founding of the United Nations. At this significant historical juncture, the Chinese government's release of the White Paper, China's Arms Control, Disarmament and Non-Proliferation in the New Era, carries great significance. The release of this new white paper is a concrete measure through which China actively implements its Global Security Initiative and Global Governance Initiative. No matter how the international landscape may change, China will always stand on the side of peace and justice, serving as a steadfast force for maintaining world peace and security. Heavy rainfall in southern Thailand has recently caused severe flooding in multiple areas, resulting in significant casualties and property damage. China extends its condolences to the affected people in Thailand and believes that under the strong leadership of the Thai government, the people in the disaster-stricken areas will surely rebuild their homes as soon as possible. To our knowledge, there have been no casualties among Chinese citizens at this time.